What's up guys, this is back Sabai here, and today we are doing another reaction video. Yep, I enjoy doing these, it's really fun. Yeah, so today we are going to be watching top 5 sounds from gaming consoles that scared us. Alright, now I did own the original PlayStation 2 when I was like really little, and I did come across the red screen of death, and it scared me so much. Like, I literally ran to my mom and dad. I was like, no. What? Alright, I wasn't crying because it was scary. I was crying because, like, I thought, like, my good PlayStation 2 was, like, gone forever. But it wasn't. So, yeah. Weird story. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch this. Alright. I'll give a shout out to the YouTuber. Hold on a minute. Bizarre. Yeah, that's him. Go check him out. He makes really good content. And let go. Let's do this.
Old gaming consoles fascinate me, and although they're not as high-tech as today's consoles, gaming consoles from the past have some qualities that make them just as good as the latest systems. However, one very distinctive quality that old consoles have are their so-called Easter eggs and error messages.
Yeah, that's what
Coming across these as a kid really spooked me, and the reason for this was not because of the visuals on the screen, but the sounds that came with the message. These eerie sounds definitely seemed out of place for a console that was meant to entertain, and it surely scared a lot of young gamers. That said, here are 5 gaming console sounds that spooked us as kids. Sega CD warning. Now this first sound doesn't come from a console, but rather a game disc with a warning. And the sound that plays in this message is just as creepy as the following sounds on this list, which is why I felt this needed to be here. This message would play after inserting a Sega CD disc into a CD player instead of the Sega CD console. In other words, if you were to place a Sega CD disc into a regular CD player, you would get this message. Here, listen.
Warning, this disc is for use with a Sega CD system only.
What's the music?
This disc contains CD-ROM data and is not for audio use. Please press stop on your disc player now.
Stop!
This disc contains CD-ROM data that may damage your audio system.
Shut up. Come on, man.
Please stop playing this disc immediately.
According to others who've tried this, leaving a Sega CD disc in the CD player would damage the speakers due to the loud, high-pitched guitar riffs that played. Now, I don't understand why Sega inserted those sounds when the woman who spoke sufficed. Warning us with words instead of with nightmare-inducing sounds would have been enough to make us eject the CD.
Yep.
And it would also have saved us from hearing those eerie sounds.
Number 4.
Fearful Harmony.
Oh yeah, my dad told me
Unlike
about
the
this
sound
one.
I just talked about, this next one comes from a console, the PS1. The PS1 startup screen has always given me chills. Hearing that sound after turning on the PS1
I think it's awesome,
wasn't scary,
to be honest.
just pretty cool to
Not
hear.
like the sound,
However,
like
there
the
is a
scary
sound
sound,
on the
but
PS1 that
the
frightens me to this day,
startup
and it
screen.
can be heard if you inserted a disc that the PS1 cannot read, such as a pirated game or a damaged disc. Upon inserting an unreadable disc, the PS1 would start up as usual, but after a few seconds, you would then hear a loud and startling sound and arrive at a screen similar to the startup screen. Then after waiting for a few seconds, a sound known as Fearful Harmony would begin to play. Here's the sound.
that's weird. Oh god. It's just like, what if that music was like trying to get me to go to sleep? That'd be hilarious.
Of the sound as you wait. It's almost as if PlayStation inserted this just to creep us out enough to never buy pirated games. This error message surely spooked me, but it isn't the only one from PlayStation. As you'll see next, there's more sounds from PlayStation consoles that scared kids. Personified fear. Just like the previous sound, this next one can be heard on the PS1. Personified fear, the name of the sound, can occur if you inserted an unreadable disc or if the BIOS of the PS1 is corrupted. Now, unlike Fearful Harmony, Personified Fear stops playing after a few seconds. However, that's just enough time to make you feel uneasy. Here, have a listen. The sudden swoosh of this sound and its harshness was just enough to give me goosebumps. But what makes this scarier is the silence that follows. On top of that, you also arrive at a black screen. The darkness coupled with the silence can put you on edge, expecting a jump scare. Thankfully, there was none of that.
Yeah, thankfully.
The PS2's red screen of death. By now, you're probably surprised that most of these sounds come from PlayStation consoles. But I promise you that the last sound on this list will not be coming
This is
from
the
a
one I came
PlayStation.
across.
And I
Dude,
also
it is
promise
so
you that it's
scary.
creepier than the ones I've already said. Now this error message, known as the red screen of death, appears on the PS2. And just like all of PlayStation's error messages, the red screen of death comes with an unnerving sound. Listen.
I don't see why they would do that, to be honest. See, PlayStation's such a nice, I'm a Team Xbox, all the way. Well, I'm not, I like to play both systems. In fact, PlayStation is one of my favorite consoles, but I mostly like Xbox, to be honest.
You can get this
I'm getting
message by
PS4
inserting
soon,
an unreadable
so
disc, such
I
as an
plan on
Xbox or
getting one,
PC
not for
game.
sure.
Seeing the screen turn
on
red as dark ambient music played is probably what made this creepy. Now, before I move on to the next sound on this list, I just want to add that PlayStation has made other creepy things like their commercials. And because of that, it makes me wonder if PlayStation
my sister
deliberately
did
made these
reaction
error
to
messages frightening.
the commercials.
Who knows?
Go check out Dakota Sigma and Punch Club Studios and
Xbox.
Gum Gum 2 Shorts.
If you've ever owned the first Xbox, then you've most likely heard one of its creepy sounds. Unlike the other consoles on this list, Xbox has a few hidden sounds, all of which are downright creepy. Now, most of these sounds play in the background as you wait on the console's dashboard, but there are some sounds that are well hidden within the system. These deeply hidden sounds were discovered after someone had extracted the audio files from the Xbox's hard drive. And to no surprise, these sounds are quite unsettling. Here's some of the sounds that were found.
What the? What the world was that?
According to Microsoft,
What was that
these sounds
face?
are
I just
actually public domain audio from NASA transmissions from the Apollo days that they tweaked. In other words, these were NASA transmissions that were modified in such a way that they came out sounding creepy, and the reason for adding these sounds, according to Microsoft, was so that the console would seem like it was made of technology from another world. Their intention to make the Xbox unlike any other console by adding those sounds was a success, but hearing those sounds as a kid didn't make us think Xbox was a superior console. It just left us feeling uneasy. Thanks for watching. If there's any creepy sounds from consoles I left out, let me know in the comments below. That said, I'm Bizarre Bub, and I'll see you in the next countdown.
Yeah. Pretty good video. Like I said, I came across these sounds like the PlayStation 2. I didn't really come across the Xbox one. Yeah. They were really creepy though. Especially the Sega City one. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace, love, and hugs. Bye.